O Diyos aming Ama, ang lahat ng nilalang ay marapat na sumamba sa iyo. Higit sa iyong mga biyaya, sinasamba ka namin dahil ikaw ay ikaw. Lumalapit kami sa iyo, dakilang tagapaglikha, nagsusumamo at humihingi ng kapatawaran. Kami ay nagkulang at nagkasala. Patawarin mo kami sa katigasan ng aming mga puso. Turuan mo kami at dalhin sa inyong kalooban. Tingnan mo kami ng may awa at kahabagan. Hilumin mo po ang aming bayan, ang aming mga mahal sa buhay, kaibigan, kapitbahay, karatig bayan, ganun din ang aming mga kaaway sa pandemyang kinahaharap namin sa COVID-19. Isama niyo na rin ang mga may sakit sa iba't ibang karamdaman. Panginoon, balutin mo kami ng inyong kaluwalhatian. Itago mo kami sa lilim ng inyong mga pakpak laban sa anumang kapahamakan o wala sa oras na kamatayan. Kristo, ang tinapay ng buhay, alalahanin niyo po ang mga namumuno sa aming bansa, ang mga ilaw at haligi ng bawat tahanan, at mga kawani na nagtatanggol sa aming seguridad at mga frontliners. Batid mo, Panginoon, ang mga dinaraanan at bawat ganap sa aming buhay. Espiritong Banal, aming tanggulan at gabay, imulat ang aming mga mata at ipakita si Jesus ang Panginoon at tagapagligtas, ang nag-iisang katotohanan at tanging daan tungo sa Ama. Wala nang iba. Purihin ka, o aming Diyos. Ang presensya mo ay tunay na biyaya ng aming buhay. Ito ang aming samot panalangin sa pangalan ni Jesus, Kordero ng Diyos na nag-aalis ng kasalanan ng mundo. Amen.
Reaching out to Filipinos worldwide, the now of digital entertainment with studios in Manila, Bacolod, Hong Kong, and Los Angeles, California. This is V81 Radio Worldwide.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Dahil mahal namin kayo. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.
The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily state or reflect those of the company and its management. Furthermore, the views and opinions of the guests do not reflect those of the host, the show, this station, the management, and the network. Kumusta, kabayan? Kumusta ka, bayan? Gusto mo bang makasagap ng chismis na may laman? Chismis na makabuluhan? Let's talk about love, life, relationships, social issues, and anything under the sun. Narito na sina Jay at Owie upang sabayan kayong makitawa, makiiyak, makikanta, at makisaya sa nag-iisang online tambayan. Chikabayan, Chika Bayan. Chikabayan, dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
Kabayan, isa na naman pong Chismis Tuesday. Tama ba?
Tama. Tama! At, di ba, magkasama lang ulit kami ngayon. After ilang linggo na hindi tayo magkasamang nagre-record ng show natin.
True.
And this is again, Owie.
And this is Jaya and girl.
Chika ba yan?
Chika ba yan? Chika Bayan. Ayan.
Ayan, nagsasabay na. Hindi na kami remote.
Tama. So, Reyna girl, nanibago ko. Ante, kamusta naman kayo dyan mga kabayan? At hindi na naman po tayo.
Kaya nga, nagbago na naman na yung hair, no? Parang kailan lang? Last week, ganyan na ba yun?
Hindi pa.
Hindi pa, di ba? Ang dami nangyari. Over the past few weeks, a lot of things happened. And if you actually missed our shows or our episodes and other episodes ng mga other shows ng V81 Radio, you can always catch up by simply downloading the mobile app on your Android and Apple devices. You can get it on the Apple Store and on Google Play. Just simply search for V81 Radio. And
we're also available on Amazon Fire TV, so you can download V81 Radio app on your Amazon TV device. And of course, we're available on Amazon Alexa. Just say,
Alexa, play V81 Radio. Uy, gusto ko yun.
Ang saya nung sabay na ulit kami ni Owie.
Wala nang lag, wala nang antayan. Lalo dun sa chika,
Bayan. Chika antayan.
Oo. So ito na nga. Isa na namang interesting Chismis Tuesday ang hatid namin sa inyo, no? Kasi yung topic natin today, it's something that actually hindi naman siya started last year lang nung nag-boom yung pandemic. Pero ang dami.
So yung nag-boom yung pandemic.
Akala mo positive, no? And I mean, ang dami kasi natin mga kaibigan na nagkaroon bigla ng tatawag na passion projects.
Correct. And we included.
Tayo rin, di ba? We also started our own passion project just last year, maybe because out of boredom or maybe because alam mo yung
we finally had time for
correct.
it, di ba?
Kasi people started working from home. May mga iba na medyo, I don't want to use the word medyo, na lay off talaga sila sa trabaho nila. Some were retrenched because yung limited movement ng tao. So naghanap sila ng ibang means of, bridging the income that they used to get from the salary na nakukuha nila sa mga kumpanya nila, di ba? Pero before we start our topic, meron akong floating question for you. Actually for us and for our viewers na rin.
Yes.
Would you rather have a job that pays well, kahit alam mo sa sarili mo na hindi talaga yun yung gusto mong ginagawa? And I feel like, our listeners or our viewers can relate din na okay lang ba sa inyo magkaroon ng trabaho na binabayaran ka na maayos? Or do what you like doing most, but only getting a little or no incentives at all?
Hirap ng tanong. Well, thank you for that very challenging question, Owie. But like, in an ideal world, yun na lang. In an ideal world, I'd choose, the latter. Syempre parang what I would give to do what I want to do, in this, we only have one life, diba? We only live once.
Totoo.
So what I do, diba, to spend the rest of my life doing something that I really love, even if I'm getting just, a little from it, na it's like quality of life, But money makes the world go round. I came here to drop some money, but yun nga, with where we are right now, like we're in the Philippines, and hindi naman lingid sa kaalaman ng nakararami na we're a third world country.
We are developing.
We're still in the process of developing and progressing as a country, and being in that process of progression, let's just call it that. Our economy really would
our economy
make us choose the first
demands
option.
Labor force.
Mm-mm.
Apart from that, kasi our economy would demand yun nga, labor force. Apart from labor force kasi yung skills and yung talents mo. Kasi walang included naman na yun sa labor force.
Yeah.
Diba? But because we are still progressing, we are developing, somehow, we would want our talents to stay here locally. Kasi ang daming mga lumalabas ng bansa. Like
Brain drain.
A lot of people are applying ng trabaho sa ibang bansa. Andiyan yung mga kababayan nating OFWs, andiyan yung mga kababayan nating nagtatrabaho sa, kahit sabihin mong corporate industry, pero naka-base sila sa outside the country.
BPO.
Diba? Regardless kung blue or white collar yung trabaho, yung nature of work.
Correct.
It's still, they're still not working here locally.
Technically,
Pero, yeah,
your
go.
talents and your skills are not being utilized by your own country. It's still, being used elsewhere, and that's because of the economy. And lucky for those who are, on that industry, that's really what they want to do. That's really what their calling is, or they believe their calling
Or
is.
they found passion out of what they are doing now.
Mm-mm. Pero for those naman na really, does it for the dough, there's nothing wrong with that also. I mean, you're not alone. Marami tayo. And I'm including myself. Marami tayo nun. But I think, ewan ko siguro, ang weird nito pakinggan. Like,
Mm-mm.
the pandemic had been, with the topic na pera versus passion, the pandemic has actually been like a blessing in disguise for some of us who can now finally like work on their passion projects, focus or a lot more time to do what they really want, parang for the longest time. And yung iba naman na hindi naman na lay off or hindi naman nawala ng trabaho, pero dahil nga nasa bahay lang, tas mas marami na silang time gawin yung mga gusto nilang gawin, mas doon sila alam mo yun, nag-shine. And eventually, they already left the industries they previously were in. Diba?
Mm-mm. Ako to answer that question, dun ako sa first.
Kilala kita, girl. Alam ko naman na yan yung isasagot mo din.
Di ba, magkaiba talaga kami ng opinion ni Jaya. Pero,
Mhm.
this is, an unashamed conversation
Of
between,
course.
two friends. I would rather choose the first one. Dun tayo sa a job that pays really well.
Mm.
Regardless kasi sabihin na natin na, is this job something that you really like doing? You can para sa akin na naman to, again, the opinion is always suggestive, not prescriptive. But for me kasi, is you can always find passion to what you do eh. Like, you should have the motivation to work.
Mm-mm.
Na pinasok mo yun, di ba? Nagpa-interview ka, nag-yes ka ng nag-yes dun sa lahat ng tanong nila during the interview process. So, hanapin mo yung passion mo dun sa pinasukan mo. Kasi eventually, kung magagawa mong gawin yun sa sarili mo, hindi mo na siya pagsasawaan, or you will not feel yung tatawag nating burnout.
Mm-mm.
Which will bridge us to a different topic sometime soon,
Mm-mm.
di ba? Ayun yung sa akin.
Ako parang feeling ko kasi, girl, parang, if it's your passion, ito I mean, honestly speaking, if you're really very passionate about something, it's gonna follow you. It's gonna hunt. It's gonna hunt you. Parang passion. I could be wrong, and this could just be me. Passion does not choose a venue. Gets. Pero no matter where you are, if you're really passionate about something, magagawa mo siya. You'll be able to do it one way or another, unless you're not really passionate about it. Like ako, I'll take myself for example. I'm very passionate about public speaking, about this. So this is us, being your host here started because of a passion project that we love, because we love educating people and speaking in front of an audience. So one I worked in the corporate setting, and it somehow found me. Like it was corporate, but I worked my way up as a trainer, and then nagulat na lang ako na, uy, I'm doing this thing that I'm really
You're passionate
passionate about, diba? Na parang even though you're only in front of like 20 people, kasi yung mga trainees mo, diba? Kunyari, 20, 25, 30 max, ganyan. It's still a public audience. Parang they still,
You still have that platform.
yeah, I see you still have that platform. You are still able to share your story, touch people's lives, and that's something that I'm really passionate about, and I'm thankful that I found it in the industry where I was, put on. And honestly, hindi ko naman din ginusto yung. I mean, at first, I didn't choose that industry. I chose that because it pays well. Yeah, that's the main reason I was there. But then when I was already there, I somehow like created an opportunity for me to still be able to live my passion and what I'm really passionate about.
But that's your story.
Yeah, and it's different
Oh,
for
it's different for
everyone.
everyone. Kasi there are people out there, and I know that some of you might be watching this now, na what if ang passion mo is arts? Which may not always be 100% available
Sa corporate
setting, di ba?
Mm.
What if mahilig ka talaga mag-painting?
What if you're a dancer, you're a
you're
singer?
a singer or a dancer, pero you want to do it, or even photography. Di ba, ang dami kasi pwedeng gawing passion passion projects what if yung talaga, nasa visual arts yung ano mo, yung passion mo, pero hindi mo siya pwedeng gawin sa loob ng trabaho na pinasukan mo. Kunyari lang halimbawa, you love doing photography, pero andun ka sa hospital setting, nasa healthcare industry ka. You are a nurse, or probably, sige, dun tayo sa
Sige, parang yung
nurse.
sobrang layo talaga na
Oh.
parang it's almost impossible for you to practice what you really love doing.
Correct. So, if you are that person, would you rather choose to, stay as a nurse, or go with your passion and pursue photography na kahit alam mong hindi naman talaga ganun kalaki yung kikitain kasi ang daming competition, marami na rin dyan na alam mo yun, magagaling na photographer na may mga studio na and all. What would you choose then?
That's hard.
Kasi the question now is, and our audience, you can always, put your comments dun sa mga answers nyo, sa mga tanong na to.
If you ever hit that crossroad na you had to choose, what did you choose
Correct.
and why?
Do money matter ba over passion? Kasi sige, I'll answer that first. For me, it's always a yes, that money matters.
Diba nga, money makes the world go round.
Money makes the world go round.
I mean, let's all be honest. Di naman sa mukhang pera tayo or anything, but like, it's hard to move when you don't have money.
Like, everything is all about money. Na yung tipong, you wanna be happy, sasabihin kasi nila, di ba? You might have heard the quote na, money can't buy happiness. Actually, it can't buy happiness talaga per se, but it can give you the happiness that you somehow need in a form of something.
And happiness nga is quote ko yung isang candidate, presidential candidate that I really like. Happiness is subjective, she said. So parang it's different for everyone So parang one can't really just say money can't buy me happiness because your happiness might not be my happiness. Diba?
Correct. Pero regardless of the level of happiness or yung subjectivity ng happiness na meron ka, you can still be happy with money.
Yeah.
Diba? I know it's a dirty word. Like, some people wouldn't want to hear the word money at all. Pero, let's be grounded back to reality na, hello, pera kasi yan So, kung ako yung tatanungin, do money matter over my passion? Kasi you know what my passion is naman. I'm passionate nawala yung English ko. Passionate ako pagdating sa visual arts, performing arts. I've been in the theater when I was in college. I do paintings din naman.
Same.
I explore a lot of things, especially for art. I love museums. But the thing is, did I pursue my passion sa arts? The answer is actually no. Para sa akin I did not pursue the passion for arts because andun ako sa realizations ko. And this actually this realizations came siguro mga few years back pa na had I done this, what if nagpaka-artist ako at nagbenta ako ng paintings and all, and I started doing something all about art, baka wala ako sa lugar ko ngayon. Or baka wala ako sa posisyon ko na kinatatayuan ko ngayon if I've done that. Kasi I needed yung cash talaga, yung pera para mag-push forward ako dun sa pangarap kong gawin.
And also, when you talk about, sometimes we talk about passion and being passionate in, different ways naman din kasi. Sometimes kasi to fuel your passion, you have to survive first. It's hard to be passionate about something if you're not alive. Right? So like, as human beings, meron tayong natural need to like choose survival over anything because, without us living, without us having all the needs that we want, physiological needs, satisfying everything that we need, it's hard to really like do something that you're really passionate about. Otherwise, it's just gonna make you like hate it because it doesn't satisfy like one of your needs na meron siyang hindi nabibigay. And sometimes it gets frustrating, sometimes it causes so much stress, sometimes it causes you your mental health, your peace of mind. Then I don't think that is, that's healthy for anyone.
Kaya talaga pumapasok yung sa tinatawag nating burnout, especially dun sa mga nagtatrabaho sa industriya na hindi naman talaga yun yung pinili nila at first. Or yung tipong, ginagalaw ko talaga yung screen, no?
Sorry kasi
Actually,
parang
pantay yan.
pantay
Nakaano
yan.
lang siya.
Sorry po.
Dito tayo nag-set up na ano, no?
Travel tayo. Habang live.
Nawala yung
Sorry na, OC kasi ako parang ang daming space.
nawala yung sasabihin ko.
Sorry.
Kaya may mga tao na nakaka-experience ng burnout.
Burnout.
Is because, siguro segundahan ko na lang din yung sabi mo kanina, no? Maybe they're not doing something they are passionate about while doing yung totoong trabaho nila.
But is it possible to like mix?
Ako, possible yun para sa akin, ha?
That's true.
Sabihin na natin, in an ideal scenario, you work for 9 hours a day. 9 hours kasi
Kasama
qualify
lunch.
ko yung lunch. Sabihin na natin na back in in the past 2 years, magko-commute ka. If you are from Manila, of course, you allow at least an hour and a half travel time.
Kunyari, Makati office, BGC office, or
Correct.
Bigas office.
So dagdagan mo na ng 3 oras yung araw mo.
back and forth.
Back and forth.
So 12.
So, 12 hours yung total allotted time mo for your work, for your preparation, for your lunch during while you're at work, tapos yung mismong trabaho. 12 hours. And there are 24 hours in one day. Dun sa 12 hours na
8
natitira
hours
sa'yo,
sleep.
sabihin mo na may 8 hours ka to sleep. So there's still like 4 hours for you to do something.
Best in math.
A little, I mean, that would give you that sanity back. Na,
Do something that you like.
correct. So, an example would be, what if gamer ka, di ba? You love playing games. Ma-ML ka na tao, ma-Dota ka.
Mga type ko.
Diba?
Charing!
Single po.
Single po ako, may sa gamer.
Ayun. So, pwede mo kasi isingit. Not only that what if yun nga, balik tayo sa passion ko kanina, if you are into arts or if you are into public speaking, there are other platforms kasi na pwede mong magamit for you to call that, use as an output dun sa stress level that you're having at work.
Breather.
A breather, di ba? Na pwede ka kasing mag-paint or pwede kang mag-record ng sarili mo that you are speaking and you can always upload it as a podcast or as a YouTube video.
Or kung kunyari, you're
you can do
passionate
that.
about fitness, sa 4 hours, you can go to the gym,
The
2
gym.
hours,
Correct.
diba?
Para sa akin kasi the only limitation is you .
That's correct. We create our opportunities.
Exactly. And yung opportunities kasi that we are creating for ourselves might also serve as a threat if you're not gonna do something about it.
That's correct.
So, di ba? Pwede mo siyang isingit. Like, you can always make the most out of the passion that you have. And eventually, who knows, di ba? Because of your perseverance and your patience din, while you are doing that, baka pwede mo kasi siyang pagkakitaan din.
That's true.
Gradually mo siyang pwedeng pagkakitaan. That you're not really putting yourself 100% dun sa passion mo.
Parang unti-unti.
Mm-mm.
Diba? And you know what? If that's something that you're really passionate about, and there's really a burning passion for it, and you really are working hard to make it your bread and butter. If it's something related to arts, people are gonna see it kasi it's gonna transpire to your work. So like, for example, you're a painter, you're an artist, you're a dancer, you're a singer. What else? Like sa what do you call that? Sa performing arts industry, you're a photographer, media, entertainment. If you're really passionate about something and you really allot time for it and you work hard for to improve your craft, people, professionals, experts, people who are already like on the top of the ladder in terms dun sa mga industry na yun, they will notice you. And if you get noticed, good art is good money.
Correct.
Diba? If they notice your potential, it can open a lot of doors of opportunities for you, which may, pave a way for you to make that your main source of income. And then that's when you can leave, the industry that's currently paying for your bills, right?
Pero, Actually, we want to unpack more of that eh. Yung you leaving the industry for you to pursue your passion.
Do you have a separate episode for that? Ito yan.
Actually, ito
Ito na yun.
Oo. Kasi pag-uusapan pa natin na mamaya after our break.
Short break.
So magkakaroon tayo ng short break a little. Pero yun nga, think about the things, how can you make make the most out of the passion that you have, kasi later we'll unpack more of that sa pagbabalik ng
Chikabayan. What?
ASMR.
Sensual.
Magbabalik ang Chikabayan, Chika Bayan. Chikabayan, dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide. The program for the millennials that will showcase young professionals' worth, aspirations, and successes in doing what they believe is right, progressive, and inclusive. Making a difference. Making a difference. Join them as they discover the path to self and societal fulfillment while making a difference. Hosted by empowered and cool millennial Erica Mizon. Together with her cool millennials, they will be making a difference. Every Saturday, 1 p.m. Philippine time. Only here on V81 Radio, Manila. Connected ka na ba para laging updated sa mga bagong shows, promos, trending news, viral videos, events, o patok na OPM hits? Just follow us on Facebook. Simple lang. I-type lang ang letter V81 Radio. O, di ba madali lang? Kaya i-like at i-follow na.
Okay, let's do this thing. 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 Okay, let's do this thing.
Hi! Ako ito, si Maymay Entrata. Pinoy music ba ang hanap mo? Download the V81 Radio app, available on the App Store and Google Play. Free now, free forever.
V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Dahil mahal namin kayo. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.
Balikan na natin ang Chikabayan, Chika Bayan. Chikabayan, dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide.
Welcome back to the show, mga kabayan.
Yeah. And again, if you haven't seen our previous episodes and other shows of V81 Radio, you can always download the app on your mobile devices. So available siya on the Apple Store and on Google Play. Just simply search for V81 Radio. And
You can also download the V81 Radio app on your Amazon Fire TV. So all the shows of V81 are also there. You can watch it directly on your Amazon TV device. And of course, we are also on Amazon Alexa. So we work with Amazon Alexa. Just say, Alexa, play V81 Radio.
Ayan. So, libre po yan. It's free now. Free
Free
forever.
forever.
Diba? Bongga. So, eto na nga, going back tayo dun sa pinag-uusapan natin kanina before we took our break, no?
True.
The question now, the floating question for us and even for our audience watching, how can you make the most out of your passion? So, di ba kanina pinag-usapan natin na baka kasi pwede ka muna magtrabaho. While you are starting your passion, you are working your full-time job, or kahit nga naka-freelance ka kasi we know, we have friends na naka-freelance sila. May mga website developers, may mga we call that ESL instructors, di ba? Tapos may mga, madami pa mga freelance, may mga architects. Pero they also have other passion projects na sinisimulan nila. So habang meron silang security of income or financial security,
Yung may pumapasok yung kinsenas katapusan. Ganon.
meron pa silang ginagawang something. And most of the time, this is coming from our experience na lang siguro din. Share na lang natin, no? Passion projects will not pay you anything at all.
At first.
At first. Like, give yourself 3 months, 6 months, or even a year of doing that same passion project. There are times na swerte ka na lang makakuha ng bookings, or maswertehan mo may bumili sa'yo ng mga artwork mo. Pero, it's not gonna give you that instant snap na, uy, kikita agad ako ng 20 mil sa isang art project agad-agad. Minsan kasi yung passion project, para sa akin dumadaan kasi siya sa swertihan din. Like, apart from the perseverance and patience of waiting, andun din pumapasok yung element of luck.
Meron din.
For me. That when you get that lucky break, na tinatawag,
Yung big break mo.
who knows that that might be your time na mag-boom na yung passion project. But you always have to go back to reality na, what if this is not my big break yet?
But, in line with what you said though, you will not have your big break, quote unquote, if you are not practicing it. If you are not putting yourself out there, doing what you are really passionate about. You feel me? Like, kunyari, I'm not doing artwork. I'm good at painting. For example lang I'm not good. I'm good in painting, but I don't paint. I don't create stuff. I know that I'm good in singing, but I don't like sing in public. So
You
how?
even write songs.
I write songs. Ayun, I write songs. Sige, yun na lang, example. I write songs, but I don't like publish the songs. I don't like put so much effort into the songs that I write for them to be published. Gets ba? So how can I get how am I gonna have my break if no one's seeing it? Like, the world is not seeing it. I'm not sharing it to the world. So you really have to do something about it. You have to work for it. It might not be the same. It might not be the same effort that you put on your 9 to 5, but at least a lot something. You know what, I read a quote somewhere, I forgot now where, sorry, I don't have the source, but it says na parang ito, life hack to, guys, life hack. Let's start living this. If it works for us, let's give it a shot, diba? Life hack: use your weekends to create the life that you want instead of escaping the life that you currently have. Kasi, ang ganda nun, diba? Like, imagine, diba, we, on previous topics or previous episodes, we've talked about, us having a clear picture of what we want to be, who we want to be in the future, in the next 3, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. We have a clear picture of who we want to be, what we want to have, diba? Where we want to be. Now, if we are on a 9 to 5, Mondays to Fridays, or 5 days a week, we have 2 days to work on the life that we want. So, for example, you have this passion project or my artwork that you really want to show to the world. You can allot your weekend to work on that artwork, and then 9 to 5 pays the bills. And then you have, the next weekend again to do this. Or if you're, if you wanna focus on photography. For example, you do photo walks every weekends, you do shadowing sa mga photographers na, you attend the workshops, dance workshops, singing workshops, hosting workshops, acting workshops during the weekends, because your 9 to 5 is solely for your rest and your 9 to 5
Your
job.
regular job.
Your
no?
regular job.
And I think that answers our next question kasi, the next floating question that we have now.
Mm-mm.
Can you make your passion work for you?
Mm.
Coming from someone na pera-pera ang labanan, myself.
True.
Coming from someone na, alam mo yun, ako kasi, it's all about the money eh.
Super, alam mo,
Price tag.
yun yung parang super opposite tayo, because, you know, I always say that money is very important and money makes the world go round. But I'm also the same person who would say, what's money, paper only. Na parang,
Ikaw yung tipo ng tao na, side chika lang So Jaya quit her job, this was last year, to pursue her passion.
yeah.
So, gawin natin example.
Sige, gawin natin example yan.
So Jaya quit her job last year,
2020.
2020 to, no? That was pre-pandemic, a
Pre-pandemic.
month before the
Grabe
lockdown.
yun. Guys, I quit my job exactly 25th of February, and then pandemic was March 15.
March 15. So, imagine. Imagine you only have limited means
Mhm.
at that time. So that was last year na may sahod ka namang nakuha, may back pay ka pa nakuha dun sa dati mong company na
May retirement
pinagtrabahuan.
pa.
May retirement ka pa. Pero that's just money that will eventually go away.
And it's pandemic.
Correct.
Like,
And the bills never rest.
yeah.
Hindi nagpapahinga ang Meralco, hindi nagpapahinga ang renta, ang mortgage ng kotse, or other bills that you might have, internet mo, phone bills mo, everything that you're paying month over month, they never rest. So imagine yung sinubukan na yung pursue yung passion niya sa entrepreneurship.
And actually, no, that wasn't it.
Iba pa ba yun?
Entertainment.
No?
No, because I really wanted to host. Diba, that's the ultimate dream. And I'm living the dream now. I'm so happy. I'm starting to live the dream already. So, but thank you guys. Kasi sila yun eh. But anyway, I really, when I quit my job last year, 2020, I really wanted to pursue hosting. Like I already had like a couple of hosting gigs lined up for small events lang naman. Tapos I already had like workshops scheduled to attend to, and then I also wanted to, kasi syempre when you're a host, parang you also may mga portion, may mga ano dyan talent portion, you showcase mo yung talent mo. So when I was back in high school and college, because I used to dance. So I also plan to attend dance workshops, acting workshops, as in like, get in touch with my artistic side, get in touch with my performance arts side. That's really what I wanted to pursue. I wanted to make a career out of it, right? And take note, guys, I was already in a company that's stable, that's paying high, like,
Pays really well,
pays
no?
really well, that company I left. Oh my gosh.
This company helped you afford
the
the
things that I have.
Mhm.
So parang, as in like, dude, it was really like a crossroad, and I went for the things that I was very
You're passionate.
passionate about. Like, gusto ko to, ito gusto ko, ganyan. Ayoko na maging corporate slave, blah 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 blah. Tapos pandemic.
Tapos nag-pandemic
Tapos
bigla.
nag-pandemic bigla. So syempre parang wala nang events. Walang workshops.
Na-cut yun. Kasi, well, ngayon bumabalik na siya ngayon.
Oh,
because
bumabalik na ngayon.
Madami nang vaccinated, they're opening, or they're relaxing the quarantine status na. But,
And there's online hosting gigs already.
mag-rewind tayo like 8 months ago or a year back.
Mm-mm.
This is something that doesn't happen pa.
Yeah.
Na they canceled all, social gatherings. You can't host a wedding
Mm.
na, kasi
walang
we're in
weddings.
quarantine. So,
Yeah.
you resolved it to entrepreneurship.
Yeah, so entrepreneurship had always been there because family, diba? Family background. The dad is an entrepreneur. So like, parang I had to like, and that's something that I know how. Like, I've been born into it, but I'm not really very passionate about that. I mean, I can do it. I'm good at it. Like, hello.
But
Charing.
your heart is
But the heart is, my heart isn't there. Parang, I sort of thought of it as parang, another corporate job na I'm the boss. Parang ganon. So, but I had to put my heart into it. So the entire 2020, no, the remaining. So since, diba, March. So March until the end of 2020, I worked on,
Naglako ka talaga.
business talaga. Like, focused on the family business and then started a couple more businesses after that. And, rekindled my lost love for entrepreneurship. But like, yun. But here we are, and I'm already living, what I've always wanted to do. It's just so fulfilling, and I'm just so grateful. But ikaw, I want to go to you because you've been like a corporate person. I don't want to say slave. A corporate
I'm not a slave.
anymore.
Boss ako eh.
Oo, tama. But like, I wanna ask you, being like a corporate person, corporate
Working
guy,
in the
for the
corporate?
for the
Corporate
longest
industry.
time, like, how does it feel to like, have you or did you ever feel that you've finally given up your passion, or you're no longer passionate about the things you used to be passionate about?
It's a no. Para sa akin yung question mo
Mm-mm.
na, did I give up my passion? It's a no. Kasi, dito na pumapasok ko, sinabi ko kanina, that you will always get that big break with a dash of luck.
Mm.
Na yung tipong, you can't always be patient and persevering eh. Kulang kasi yung patience and perseverance lang. You also have to make sure that you push it forward for you to get that break and
Create
given
your
that
opportunities talaga.
sprinkle of luck beside you, makukuha mo yung dapat mong gawin, or yung gusto mong gawin, or yung something that you're really passionate about.
Mm-mm.
So, it started actually in 2015, di ba? Tagal ko nang nasa learning and development.
Mm.
My passion is to talk, syempre. Dito na, kaya that's why we're here.
Daldal
diba?
natin eh,
Daldal
no?
natin, di ba?
Kumikita tayo sa kadaldalan natin.
Sharing experiences, sharing stories, educating people at some point, teaching them or influencing people, to think differently, or challenging them or empowering them, yung mga ganyang
Empowering
bagay.
people, yeah.
So that's my passion talaga. Apart from arts, apart from performing or the visual arts, I am also passionate dun sa knowledge sharing. Not just me giving knowledge out or transferring knowledge from myself to another, but also me taking.
Yeah, we're obsessed
Kasi
kasi to learn. Like, that's the obsession.
Totoo. Some people kasi would think na kapag educator ka, it's just you who gives
One
out.
way.
No.
It's a two-way
If you are an
street.
educator, you have to educate yourself so you can give more.
Because
to
you
those
can't give what you don't have.
Diba? And that's what I'm also passionate about. So to answer the question earlier na, can I make my passion work for myself?
Mm-mm.
The answer is always a yes. Yung break lang siguro is because of the big break na tinatawag natin kanina.
Mm.
It's just because of the company that I transferred to after
Where we
working,
met.
for 6 years dun sa previous company natin.
Mm-mm.
Na- Almost 6 years ako dun. Iba lang siguro yung ibigay sa akin ngayon na opportunity nitong kumpanya natin together,
Yes.
na mas nakita kasi nila that I can, unpack more of myself,
Yes.
unpack more of the potentials that I have. And I was given that platform and the avenue to do more.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel, or I believe that my passion is working for me na. And eventually, this platform too, CHIKABAYAN. Apart from CHIKABAYAN, we also speak in other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
We do hosting. We do, event hosting for weddings, for birthday parties. Mga ganyan, yung mga virtual gatherings, di ba? It feels good that we are being tapped because of our talents, because of the potentials that, these people see from us, na we are entertaining them at some point. And it's okay sa atin na gawin yun kasi yun yung
gusto natin
love na
yun
love natin
eh.
gawin.
Yeah. Parang least effort.
Correct. And guess what? We're getting something out of that too. Apart from the happiness, yung fulfillment namin na, we are influencing people because of what we did, because of what we said.
Mm-mm.
Apart from that, kasi dito na pumapasok yung monetary incentives din eh.
Mm-mm.
Like we get incentivized, we get incentives out of the things that we are doing to make people happy.
That's true. And I think, parang that's a bonus. Kasi
Mm-mm.
rewarding na nga enough yung you make people laugh, bilang mga komedyante. Parang, that's already like, win na yon. Tapos bonus pa is, the compensation that you get out of it. And I just want to put it out there to the corporate offices or the companies out there who has active employee engagement committees. Grabe, like, alam nyo, you don't know how much you help your employees' mental health, and like, it opens opportunities for them too. Like,
Correct.
kasi in my previous company, sobrang, like, we have this, like, employee engagement, ano ako nun officer ako dati, engagement officer ako before. So parang kami yung mga nag-arrange ng event. So kunyari may mga town hall, may mga R&R, kami yan, 'di ba? Even dun sa company, 'di ba? Ako yung nag-aayos ng bulletin board natin kasi 'di ba, yun talaga yung gusto ko na side gigs ko apart from, being a trainer, ganyan. So parang companies offering these things, opens opportunities to their employees to work on or still live their passion even when they're at work. So parang work and play, at the same time, at the same place. So parang meron kaming mga, even the company that we have now, 'di ba? Merong mga once in a while they're gonna ask you to submit your artwork. Tapos parang may online museum tayo sa work. So parang they're gonna send a link to or an email to everyone in the company na parang, ito yung parang online exhibit natin, art exhibit of the different employees. So parang showcasing the talent, even though there's no, like, monetary value doon. Iba pa rin kasi yung nagagawa
Yung
niya sa tao, yung fulfillment sa tao, na your artwork is posted there or your events are,
Correct.
well celebrated, na successful yung events mo, na iba yun. Iba yung nagagawa nun sa employees apart from, working their normal 9 to 5. Ang maganda pa nga sa dati kong company dati, girl. Chika ko lang din. Anis, bayad yung mga OT kapag engagement.
Ay, taray.
So kunyari ako, ang paandar ko, magde-design ako ng booth. Tapos ang lalagay ko may mga balloons dyan. Dahil, syempre ako yung iihip ng mga balloons.
Hinihipan mo. 150 balloons.
Hindi, babambahan ko yung mga balloons dahil, di ba, OT ko yun, bayad yun. So, di ba, mga ganun, simple things. So, to other companies who don't have engagement committees yet, employee engagement committees yet, you better have, because
Correct.
it's one way for you to keep your employees happy and sane while they're at work.
Exactly. And malaking tulong yung employee engagement na yan. Kasi di ba, talking about passion, iba-iba yung personality types ng mga tao.
Correct.
Like what we talked about dun sa first episode natin ng CHIKABAYAN. There are different personality types that we deal with every day. There are also different types of passion na makikita natin from one person to another. If you are that company na merong active employee engagement, great job for you.
Good job.
Great job talaga yun kasi you're tapping the potentials of these people. Kasi our goal naman talaga, someone speaking from a corporate setup, been working in the corporate industry for 11 years, come on, di ba? Tapos sa leadership role for quite some time na rin, just 8 years yata or 7. I forgot. Basta mahaba na. Your main goal is to retain people to work with you. Not for you, but with you.
And, siguro, like, I want to add then before I proceed na parang, apart from retaining these employees, siguro parang part of the goal is not to make them choose pera versus passion. Diba?
Correct. Yun nga, parang, doon na tayo sa last point natin, no? Can money and passion work together? Kasi the answer is always a yes.
Yeah. Maybe it's not about versus. It's not you choosing pera over passion.
Or passion over
passion
pera.
or over pera. Maybe it is like, we can integrate them.
Yeah, incorporate the two things together so that you come up with someone or yung tao na to is maging mas productive siya. And pumapasok kasi dito yung natawag nating work-life harmony. Wherein, it's kind of the same sa work-life balance but kind of different din. Kasi when you say work-life balance, it's like you're segmenting your day. Diba, you have 24 hours a day. So when you say work-life balance, meaning you allot 8 hours to work, 8 hours to sleep, and 8 hours for your personal time. So that's balancing your time sa isang araw mo. While for work-life harmony kasi is like you're integrating everything
That's correct.
in that 24 hours that you have. Like, if you report for work for 8 hours or 9 hours including lunch, if you include commutes, you get 12 hours, sabihin mo na, you can always put something inside. Like, take mental breaks for you to do your passion. Or if you're passionate about reading, then during your lunch, why don't you read, diba? Or do some artwork. And then during your rest days, kaya sinabi mo, live the life you want during your weekends. You can also do the same thing, and that's your work-life harmony na tinatawag. So you're not segmenting your life na itong araw na to, itong oras na to magtatrabaho lang ako, tapos itong oras na to matutulog lang ako. Kasi sometimes if you compartmentalize everything na nakasegment siya, in-envelope system mo yung araw mo, no? Baka mahirapan ka, and that might also be one of the reasons kung bakit mafe-feel mo yung tinatawag nating burnout or yung pagod. Kasi you're trying to beat your own, what do you call that? Beat your own, sige, deadline, sabihin na natin. You're trying to beat your own deadline sa dapat sa ganitong oras matapos ka na sa ginagawa mong yan. Kung pwede mo naman kasi i-incorporate yung buhay mo dun sa iba pang gusto mong gawin.
Yeah. And also, burnout doesn't always just come from being overworked, ha? Burnout ulitin ko na lang. Burnout doesn't always come from being overworked or doing something that you don't like doing all the time. Burnout could also come from doing the one thing that you like over and over again, and it doesn't inspire you anymore. It doesn't spark joy. Maricondo. It doesn't spark joy anymore. Parang, di ba, passion, parang burning passion could also result to burnout. Anything that's too much naman kasi is not good. So yun, so you really have to have like a certain level of integration doon sa work mo and sa passion mo or sa pera, where you get your money from and your passion. And yun nga, like what I said kanina, maybe it's not pera versus passion, because if you're really one other tip kasi is, if you're really passionate about something, you're really chasing that dream, you can you can work hard now for the money that will sustain your passion in the future. So it's a matter of looking at things in a different perspective. Now, today, I'm working. I'm going to give my 100% at work because may pinaghahandaan akong future with my passion. So like, di ba, you can also look at it that way. Na parang, if someday I'm going to leave this company which pays me a lot of money, company that pays you a lot of money. So if someday I have to leave this, I will not be empty-handed when I already decide to pursue my passion 100%. So no regrets, no frustrations, no other causes of stress and anxiety because you've prepared for it.
Exactly. And segundahan kita na before we wrap the episode up. When it comes to working with your passion din naman, be very open that your passion now might not be your passion tomorrow
it can
anymore.
change.
And sometimes, if you actually incentivize yourself or people start incentivizing you because of what you do good at, like what you're passionate about, minsan kasi nagiging trabaho na siya. So you will always want to make sure that you always shake yourself ulit, pabalik sa lupa na try to recalibrate your passion with yourself din. Na hindi porket, kunyari, we love public speaking, we love influencing people, until we started, podcasting, hosting gigs, mga ganito na radio shows. Eventually, nagiging trabaho siya. Try to recalibrate yourself if you're really happy doing that. Kasi if the answer is always yes, then go. Pursue more. Strive harder. Kasi, pwede kang kumita dito di ba? Pero kung ang answer mo is that you're feeling the pagod na, like what you have been feeling dun sa regular job mo.
Or parang it's not you anymore.
It's not you anymore.
And you realize that this is something that this is not something that I want to do for the rest of my life.
Or once you start convincing yourself to do it, Hindi pong
You drag
kinukumbinsi mo
yourself na lang, no, to
na
do
yung
it.
sarili mo na, ay, kasi meron na akong ganitong ginagawa, or naka-oo na ako, may mga ganyan. If you
Chika
started
boss.
doing that, or telling that to yourself na kailangan mo siyang gawin because kailangan mo, hindi na siya passion. So, try to,
Take a break
you know,
lang.
take a breather. Meron ka dapat yung mental breaks na tinatawag in between. You don't really have to commit all the time if you really can't. Kasi, care about your sanity pa rin at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's true. And yun nga, parang we could also be like blinded kasi sometimes na parang we're getting, you know,
Mm-mm.
sometimes when our artwork or art piece or our craft gets attention, gets a tiny bit of attention, parang it blinds us kasi of what we really want eh. So you still have to align, find your center, and of course, what do you call this? Self-assess. We
Correct.
always say that. You always have to self-assess if this is really something that you want, or if it's just a spur of the moment na parang kunyari and parang bigla lang, parang
oo.
biglang boom lang ng something that kunyari yung mga new TikTok creators na hindi naman, parang they just got viral because of one
One
post.
video, tapos bigla
Oo.
silang na-force na, uy, viral ka na,
Oo, na
kailangan
parang
gumawa
kailangan
ka
mo na
mas
gumawa
marami.
and then ending
Naging trabaho na
naging
yun.
work. Tapos
Oo.
and though it pays good money, they result to like burnout sila, they can't create content anymore, and the worst part is they already have a huge audience na nag-aabang, and parang it adds to the frustration. So you really have to
Nagiging downfall siya eventually.
Oo.
Pag ganun.
So parang you really have to make sure that you're still aligned with your goals, what you really want to do. If this is something that you really want to do, don't be blinded by attention, by fame, by money. Ayun.
Nag-agree si Jello, one of my friends. Hi.
Oo
Hi,
nga,
Jello.
100
Agree
tayo
daw,
dyan.
sabi niya.
Tama.
100 tayo dyan. Ayun.
Ay, ang ganda nitong topic na to ah. Parang ang dami pa nga natin pwedeng i-unpack eh. Pero maybe we can do that on other
Marami pa tayong mga
episodes.
susunod na episodes, so abangan nyo yan mga kabayan. And if you haven't seen our previous episodes or other shows of V81 Radio, again, you can download the app on your mobile devices. So we are available on the Apple Store and on Google Play. Just simply search for V81 Radio. And
you can also watch V81 Radio shows on Amazon Fire TV. Just download the V81 Radio app on your Amazon TV device, and you can catch up on the different shows of V81 Radio. And of course, we also work with
Amazon
Amazon
Alexa.
Alexa. Just say, Alexa, play V81 Radio. Ayan. So there, mga kabayan, isa na namang umaatikabong Chismis Tuesday tayo today. Sana meron tayong napulot na mga makabuluhang wala lang.
Aral.
Aral.
Wait, at saka imagine, this is going to be our last episode for November.
Oh my gosh, ang
Because
bilis.
next week,
Mm-mm.
December na. So ang bilis ng panahon. Like, can't imagine we just started Chikabayan few weeks ago.
That's right.
Now we're on our 8th episode, tapos December na. So
Mag-birthday na kami ni
we wish
Owie.
you advance 13th month pay. Hindi Merry Christmas kasi may episode pa tayo.
Ayun, yung mga magta-13th month dyan, ayun, spend it wisely. If you're working on your passion, spend it on something that will work you or make you work more on your passion.
Correct.
Ganyan.
And bukod dyan, yun nga, spend wisely. If you feel like you don't need the stuff that you wanna buy,
Save.
kung feeling mo want lang siya, hindi siya need, save nyo na lang yung pera
Save
niya
or
for the
invest.
rainy days, or invest nyo siya to something more fruitful, di ba? Hindi naman kami financial advisors para makialam sa kung paano galawin yung mga
Insurance
pera
na po ba
ninyo.
kayo?
Pero hindi kami nagbenta ng insurance or anything. Pero yun lang, try to save more kasi hindi natin alam kung ano yung pwede mangyari bukas.
That's correct. Make sure you always have a sinking fund, emergency fund, whatever extra fund for anything that may happen in the future. And I think the pandemic has been the perfect example.
Correct.
Diba? Na kailangan meron tayong naitabi para sa atin, para sa ating family.
So you don't have the result na gawin yung mga hindi mo dapat, yung mga hindi mo naman masyadong feel gawin.
Yeah. That's
Diba?
correct.
Ayan, and magkita-kita ulit tayo sa susunod na Tuesday para sa isa na namang Chismis Tuesday. Paulit-ulit yung Tuesday ko, no? Ayan, this is again Owie.
And this is Jaya, and always remember,
Chika
respons-
Ay!
Chika responsibly.
Bye!
Bye!
Kumusta, kabayan? Kumusta ka, bayan? Gusto mo bang makasagap ng chismis na may laman? Chismis na makabuluhan? Let's talk about love, life, relationships, social issues, and anything under the sun. Makitawa, makiiyak, makikanta, at makisaya sa nag-iisang online tambayan. Chikabayan, Chika Bayan. Chikabayan, kasama sina Jaya at Owie tuwing Martes, 7 p.m. Philippine Time. Chikabayan, Chika Bayan. Chikabayan, dito lang yan sa V81 Radio Worldwide. Naghahatid saya sa mga Pinoy, mga kanta at programang Tatak Pinoy. Napapanood at napapakinggan kahit saan ka man. Streaming worldwide. This is V81 Radio.
Malayo ka man sa iyong pamilya, dito ay hindi ka nag-iisa. Tiyak ito'y iyong hahanap-hanapin, dahil ito ang nagpapasaya sa atin. Ito ang radio ko. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Dahil mahal namin kayo. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio. Ito ang paborito ng bawat Pilipino. Basta all hits, all Pinoy, panalo. Merong kwentong iyakan at tawanan, kahit nasaan ka man ito'y mapapakinggan. Oh, V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Dahil mahal namin kayo. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio. V81 Radio. Ito ang radio mo, ito ang radio ko. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Dahil mahal namin kayo. V81 Radio, V81 Radio. Para sa inyo ito, V81 Radio.